Just maybe your thoughts on the Chicago team. It was a tough start for them, but they're kind of getting things together, and what you've seen on tape and what you expect.
Yeah, I think they're going to obviously bring a lot of energy. I think they won 4 in a row or something, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, like you said, tough start for them. But I think since the coaching change, they've kind of turned things around a little bit, and obviously it's going to be a good game for us.
Dave Tippett said the other day that you didn't get a point in that last game, but he thought that might have been your best game of the year. What do you think? What elements do you think your group brought to that game that your coach seems to have liked so much?
I think we were just really competitive throughout our entire lineup. Obviously, our PK was really big coming up late there, but it was just a solid all around gritty kind of effort for 60 minutes pretty much. So I think those are the kind of games that we've been kind of looking for a little more lately.
There's lots of elements that you miss when Darnell Nurse isn't there. Maybe describe a little bit off the ice what gets missed and on the ice.
Yeah, I mean he's one of our leaders, right, on and off the ice, especially on the ice. I think it's up to us as a group now to kind of compensate for what we're missing with him, which is a lot of minutes. Close to 30 minutes almost every night. So obviously we're gonna miss him a lot. There's no secret to that. But you need guys stepping up. Those are things that happen throughout the season. So like I said, guys got to step up and fill in a little bit for him.
Duncan Keith spent a long time as a Chicago Blackhawk. He'll be playing his old team for the first time, and I guess when you've been with an organization that long, it's probably a little odd. What has it meant to you guys to have Duncan, and just your thoughts on kind of rallying around him tonight?
Yeah, first of all, it's been amazing having him around. Second of all, I think it's going to be a little different for him. It's going to be an interesting night for him. I think we all just hope that he doesn't drop it to Kaner at any point in the game. So no, I'm sure he's excited. It's going to be a fun night for him.
Darnell or Leon, you'll also be seeing Caleb Jones and Jujhar Khaira tonight. What are your remembrances of those two players as Oilers?
Yeah, two great guys to begin with. They've both spent a lot of time here in the organization and had success here and kind of grew into NHL players. So great guys, good hockey players. Obviously I hope both of them are doing well, and I wish them nothing but the best. Maybe not tonight though.
How much more difficult is it to kill a penalty 4-on-3 as it is 5-on-4 when you're out there?
Well, it's different. I think the pressure points are a little bit different, where it's a little bit harder to pressure the puck. I think it's a little more stationary when you're 4-on-3 compared to 5-on-4. But I thought the killers that were out there did a great job.
And as Ryan alluded to, Dave Tippett thought your game was the best you've maybe played this year, and yet you got no points. Does a player self-assess after a game and say, I couldn't play any better than that?
I'm sure I could have played a little better, but it's not always all about points. I know I'm an offensive guy, and obviously offensive guys they need goals, they need assists every once in a while to feel good. No question, but it's not always about points. We're a team that wants to win. We're a team that wants to win a Stanley Cup. So this was a big step for us in the right direction in terms of how we want to play. So it was just a great win for us all around.
One more, Fleury was playing for Chicago now, and you've seen an awful lot of them in Vegas. His age, kind of like Mike Smith, it doesn't seem like there's been a whole lot of drop-off, no matter how old he's.
Pretty impressive career. He continues to show up every season, every night. Obviously has been a great goalie for so many years, very successful. So I don't know if he's playing tonight, but if he is, I hope there's a couple holes in there tonight.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So Philip Broberg comes up and is starting a journey that you're on right now. How do you, not that you have a ton more experience, but what dialogue do you have with him about what to expect and how do you help him out?
Well, he's really excited to get going, and I'm excited for him. He's a great player, and I think he's going to have a long future, so I'm excited to see what he can do tonight, and I think he just has to play the way he can. He skates well, moves the puck well, so I think as long as he does that, he'll be fine.
You have played some games this year where you've played some pretty significant minutes, and with Darnell Nurse, out of the lineup, good chance you'll continue to see that, maybe even a little bit more. How do you feel about this opportunity and what you want to do with it?
Yeah, the opportunity is great for everyone. He's the leader on the back end. They're one of the leaders, so we all kind of have to step up in our own way and kind of fill those minutes for him and until he gets back. But it's a great opportunity for everyone on the back end, but we are going to miss him back there.
You do have, the three right shot guys that have kind of been playing all season long. Two new left shot D tonight, albeit one's a veteran guy, but there's going to be a possibility that you might have a couple righties together. You had a little bit of that last year, if I recall correctly, with you and Bear, and you got stuck on the left side there. Are you more comfortable now if they ask you to go and play the left side now that you've been playing every day as opposed to maybe last season when you're in and out of the lineup?
Yeah, definitely. It kind of makes it easier when you're in the lineup all the time, but everyone has a preferred side. But, I've played the left side before, and I'm sure a lot of the other guys on the right side have played the left before. So I think whoever they ask to play the left, if that happens, is going to be comfortable doing it.
How does it change what's the biggest challenge when you've had to go over and play the left side in the past as a righty? What's been the biggest adjustment you've had to make?
I think a big part of it is the puck movement aspect of it. On the one side, you're using your forehand a lot more. One side, you're using your backhand a little bit more. But in the end, it's kind of how you set yourself up to make those plays that really matter.
That was playoff intensity the other night. It was a great game on Thursday. What do you guys do to ensure that maybe there's not a drop-off tonight against Chicago?
I think we should have to play the same way. We were happy with the way we played. It was a tight game. I don't think we had many 0-0 games going into the third period this season, so that was good for us, and it shows different ways that we can win.
Evan, defenseman, Broberg starting, is it more difficult for a defenseman to play his first game perhaps than a forward who can go out there and run somebody, bang into somebody and go up and down the wing? Defenseman's kind of back there. He's got to simplify his game.
I wouldn't say more difficult. I think it's just different positioning. Some forwards, that's what they do, but I don't think that's something that he really does. Like I said, he skates really well, he moves the puck well, and I think that's all he has to focus on and really just enjoy the moment. And
will you see more power play time perhaps without Darnell usually playing together? Do you think you might see a little bit either a different partner or more power play time?
I'm not too sure about the power play time. That's up to the coaches, whatever they decide. And partner-wise, I think they're just going to see what fits.
Thank you.
Good. Yeah, thank you.
Hey, Dave. Over here, Stauffer.
Yeah, I miss you, Staff.
Dave, it's Bob. All right. Philip Broberg, the reports you've gotten from Jay and from Keith on him and your potential deployment of him. Is it better if he plays with a I mean, I'm going to assume he's not playing with Bouchard. So is it better that he plays with a veteran guy? Where's your headspace out there?
Well, we'll see how that all transpires here. I think you'll see some pairs moved around a little bit, but Broberg's gone down. He's solid in camp. You could tell that he's getting used to the smaller ice, timing of things. Went down. He's played in all situations down there, and he's really got comfortable with the North American style a little more. Played big minutes down there. Was their top D down there. He was their top guy. So I'm looking forward to see what we can do. I think he'll play well for us tonight. I'm excited to see him. He's excited to be here and play, and so we'll get a read on how the game goes tonight. But I think he's going to step in and do well.
Would you hesitate at all, given that you're going to have two new left shot D in tonight? Would you hesitate at all going with a couple righties together?
Well, there's not two. Chris Russell's coming back tonight.
But he didn't play the last game.
Yeah, no. But Chris has been in and out, so so really we're adding Broberg to our mix, right? So it's not as if we're revamping the whole D, but you recognize that Nursey takes a lot of minutes there, so that we're going to have to fill some of those minutes. But it's not as if the whole group is revamped here.
All right, and just a thought. I mean, it was a terrific game the other night, playoff intensity. Yeah. Any concern about what do you do to ensure that you're at that level again tonight against a Chicago team that's coming on a bit here?
Well, you know what, we've talked about it as a group. Like we did some things the other night that were things that we've been talking about for a long time, but we actually engaged and did them. In the defending part of the game, our structure was pretty good, but we competed harder for pucks, and it was like you say, it was a high-intensity game. So it's more about how we want to play all the time. And when you come out of a game like that, there's two ways to look at it. Oh, okay, we can take a breath now? No, we haven't played well enough to take a breath. We got to make sure we get out there and play well again tonight. And we go back on the road again this week, so this is a big game for us, very big game. Chicago's played much better since the coaching change, and we have to recognize that and come out and play accordingly tonight.
Hey, Dave. Who will be your starting goalie tonight?
Skinner.
So with him playing again, I mean, maybe along those same lines, you got to come out and prove it again. I know he's
exactly
the AHL.
Exactly it. I mean, he played very well the other night. Had a lot of shots, a lot of outside shots on him that he handled very well. He handled the puck outside the crease, really efficient. And but to be a good NHL player, you got to get in there and do it every day. And that's the challenge for him tonight. So we'll throw him back in there, and he's prepared for it. He's saying all the right things. Let's jump in there and do it.
Dave, over here. What are your memories of Caleb Jones and Kara as parts of the Oilers? What did do well?
Both real good people. Like JJ was solid for us in the penalty killing role, and both real good teammates. Jones was a young player trying to find his way in the league, so both, there's sometimes changes happen, but they're both great teammates, good players, and you wish them nothing but the best.
Thank you.
Just back to Broberg quick, just knowing his game, big guy that skates well. What will his challenge be tonight with the elevation from the AHL to the NHL?
The first challenge is to just manage your emotions, right? I mean, he's a young player that's thought about this, playing his first NHL game, and he played one exhibition game in the bubble a couple of years ago, and then played some exhibition games this year, but not to the extent. He's jumping in the first game. It's always exciting, so you got to control your emotions. After that, just play. He's got to play like he was playing down there, and we've got him really thinking about the defending side, playing a real smart, real steady game. That's what we expect from him up here. All right, thanks, guys.